What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ed0626 bringing you another video of Star Wars Battlefront. I'm playing some drop zone with a homie of mine. I don't have some crazy score. I go like 8-1 or whatever. And it's mostly because that the game that we had wasn't super competitive. And trust me, I've been a part of some super competitive drop zone games. And believe me when I tell you, if you have not played Star Wars Battlefront and you have not played drop zone, you pretty much can't get a huge crazy score if you're sweeping the guys like 5-0, because it's just at that point they gave up. At that point, like halfway through, I think the other team gave up, at least in my opinion. But that's besides the point. What I want to talk to you guys about today is something that's been brewing amongst the Battlefield community and the Call of Duty community. At least I feel anyway. With all the news of and all the recent footage from many YouTubers, not including myself, who were able to play Battlefield 1 during E3, which, just a personal opinion here, I think the game looks fucking fantastic. And the fact that Battlefield and Call of Duty are going head to head this year, which I think this is the first time that I'm really aware that it's been really competitive between the two. And this is how I have an idea here that I want you guys to give me your thoughts about. I'm pretty sure it's been said before, but I just want to reiterate it. What are your thoughts, guys, about Call of Duty players moving from Call of Duty to Battlefield 1? Or Battlefield in general? Because we all know, and I still believe this, I still hold true to this statement, that Battlefield will be a better game than Infinite Warfare. And I personally think, I really do personally think that it's going to be that way. But at the same time, Call of Duty players who are going to, buy Battlefield 1 and have probably are going to buy it just for the fact that it's the hype and all that stuff, and, they probably have never played it. But those are the type of guys that have probably never played a Battlefield game in their life. Now, believe me when I tell you, I may be one of those people. I'm going to be buying Battlefield 1, but this is where the topic of the video comes in. What you should do if you're a Call of Duty player, what you really should do, is if you're going to buy Battlefield 1 and buy Infinite Warfare or whatever, if you're a Call of Duty player that's never played Battlefield, at least do yourself a favor and buy Battlefield 4 first. It sounds really simple. Anyone can do it. Some people are going to be a little ignorant enough not to. They think, oh, it's going to be just like Call of Duty and stuff like that. And I've heard other YouTubers say that when they tried Battlefield, they thought they can use what they learned in COD and use it in Battlefield. And trust me, I've played a little Battlefield myself. I've done some shared play with a buddy of mine who has Battlefield 4, my buddy Hitman26. And it's a learning curve. It is a huge learning curve. Believe me when I tell you, if you think you can be successful in Battlefield using what you learned from COD, you're playing the wrong game. I'm telling you right now. There are certain things that you need to learn in that game that COD will never teach you. And that's just a fact. Quite frankly, I think COD is dying off anyway. So why not try a new first-person shooter? I think buying Battlefield 4 will help you be better at Battlefield in general, because at least you actually know what you're getting yourself into when you buy Battlefield 4 before you buy Battlefield 1. Now, like I said, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. One, because I want to get better at the game. I mean, really, Battlefield, even in a different time period, the game will relatively, at least in my opinion, will relatively be the same. So I don't see why not, trying out Battlefield 4, even though it's, in the past compared to Battlefield 4 is pretty much in the now compared to what Battlefield 1 is like. But I still think that you'll learn things from Battlefield 4 that you could use in Battlefield 1, and Call of Duty will never teach you any of those things. Like you gotta learn how to revive people. I know you have stuff like that, and you had stuff like that in older CODs with Black Ops 1 with Second Chance, Remember how much of a shit show that was? But you know, like this is intense reviving here, guys. Like you gotta like be prepared for that type of stuff. And trust me, if you don't revive somebody, if you're new to Battlefield and you don't revive somebody, hardcore Battlefield players will call you out on that shit. Actually, speaking of hardcore Battlefield players, a couple of messages from my buddies who do play Battlefield, and they're not looking forward to you guys coming in at all. For anyone who's a COD noob, as they say, and you're just going to straight up buy Battlefield 1 without any prior experience or knowledge of the game, they're going to rip you to shreds. I know this for a fact because I've seen how some of my buddies play. They play like absolute animals. They will destroy you. Conquest, anything. Like Eggy, my buddy Eggy, he doesn't play much Conquest, I think, but he plays other games. Like if you see Eggy in there, he'll probably wreck you. My buddy Hitman, if you see my buddy Hitman 2.6 in Conquest, he'll destroy you. My buddy Sapper and a few other friends of mine, they're relatively good COD players. Not COD players. They're relatively good Battlefield players. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into if you have never played a Battlefield game in your life. So, let this be a warning. And actually, my buddy Hitman, he wanted to give you guys a message. He said pretty much stay flat out. He said to me flat out, because he knew I was making a video about this. He flat out told me to say this. He says stay the fuck away from the game. He said we don't need people like you playing the game. So, and that's not my words. And quite frankly, though, I do kind of agree with him. This is why I'm giving you guys this commentary. I'm trying to prevent you all from making asses of yourselves. So when you think about buying Battlefield 1 and you never bought a Battlefield game before and you've just played Call of Duty for years, do yourself a favor. Buy Battlefield 4 first. I'm going to do it. You'll see Battlefield 4 on this channel soon enough. And I actually think Battlefield 4 is a good game. Hell, I think it's a better game than Black Ops 3 is. I think Black Ops 3 sucks. I think Advanced Warfare sucks. I think Ghost sucked, and I never played it. You know, Battlefield 4 to me outdoes the last 3 years of Call of Duty. And I never played the game. But I've watched and done a little share play of myself to know that. So, do yourselves a favor. Don't make asses of yourselves. Buy Battlefield 4. Prevent yourself from embarrassing yourself. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Hell, you may hate me for some of this stuff I've said, but hey, that's just a cold hard fact. Catch you all in the next one.